Hello and welcome back to Deus Machina Demonbane. Got it. She doesn't have to tell me. We run towards the direction of the scream. And as I run, I transform into Major style and flash of light. Feeding my magic power to my legs, I dart through the unlit alleyways. And after turning a couple of corners, we come to a slightly more open area. And there I see, stretched across the entire alley, between two buildings, an enormous spider web. What the hell? Help me! In the center of the web, a man is caught like a fly, and he screams and struggles desperately, but the web doesn't move at all. Kiru, look up! I do as she says. And right above the struggling man, I see a human shape approaching dexterously on the web. It looks like a person, but its movements are those of a spider coming for its dinner. I don't really get it, but this isn't good. Hey, stop right there, Spider-Man. I'm so sorry about my throat being crap at the moment, but I don't know whether or not it understood my words, but it suddenly looks straight at me. It's not Spider-Man, it's a Spider-Woman. Just looking at her face, well, she's pretty hot, but her long silver hair... Okay, that's clearly a disconnect between artist and writer, because her long silver hair, that's bright pink. Oh well. And her flaming red eyes, which are purple. Good job there, error checkers. Well done there. But her long silver hair... Now, I'm going to adjust these words so it actually fits the image. But her long pink hair shining in the darkness, and her dark purple eyes clearly show that she's not human. And if Al looked older, would she kind of look like that? For some reason I get that feeling. Noticing me, the Spider-Woman licks her lips and smiles enticingly. Her erotic atmosphere isn't like Al at all. Does she see me as prey? Leaving the older guy alone, she leaps from the web, and she lands right in front of me. I look her up and down. The skin-tight leotard emphasizes the voluptuous curves of her body. Its coloring is black with yellow spots, really bringing out the whole spider image. Who the hell? Could it be? The Spider-Woman looks at me with strange excitement in her eyes, and she approaches slowly, smiling seductively. What, you want to eat me now? Sorry to disappoint you. My broke, malnourished ass won't taste very good. Why are you so mean to yourself? It's like I've stabbed myself in the heart. My tears of despair echo through the alley. God, how helpless and desolate is my life. Shut! But time is merciless, and it doesn't give me time to mourn. The Spider-Woman leaps towards me, and her jumping power is ridiculous. She clears the space between us in an instant, and I leap to the side, dodging her attack. My right arm is suddenly caught by something white. Sticky white threads are wrapped around my wrist, tracing them with my eyes. I see them emerge from the Spider-Woman's fingers. Oh shit, spider silk! I pull as hard as I can, trying to tear the threads, but they're too strong and flexible. And watching me struggle, the Spider-Woman chuckles. I don't miss what happens next. For an instant, the side of her face dissolves into flapping pages. Those are grimoire pages? As I thought. Kiru, that is one of the fragments that we seek. It must have manifested by feeding on people's thoughts. Manifested? Though a fragment, it is still a part of me. Oh, I get it. Just like the owl of grimoire could take the form of a girl, her separated pages have taken the form of a Spider-Woman. I guess. Indexing complete, the power of a spider. Oh, that appears to be the pages concerning Atlach-Nachtar. Atlach-Nachtar? The god of spiders, who spins its webs in the depths of the abyss and the mount of Seriously? I hate it when games do this to me. And a Mount Vormadath. I don't know the particulars at the moment. The relevant information is in her possession after all. So what do I have to do? How do we turn that spider chick back into pages? By forcibly overwriting her program, I can return her to normal. That's my job. Yours is to catch her. Catch her? Oh, don't worry about hurting her. We'll need to incapacitate her by weakening her magic power. Okay, but I'm kind of the one who's trapped at the moment. I look at the threads wrapped around my arm and sigh, and suddenly their pull becomes stronger, all but yanking me off my feet. Gah! The Spider-Woman pulls on the threads, trying to draw me closer, and I plant my feet and resist, but... Too strong! Kuru! I go flying into the air, and the Spider-Woman spins me around like a lasso, and when I get enough speed, she slams me into the ground. Pain shoots out from my spine. If you don't do something about the silk, you won't be able to move. Yeah, I know. I try to stand, but the Spider-Woman's wrapped threads around my right leg, and she yanks it out from under me, sending me crashing clumsily to the ground. More and more strands of spider silk fly through the air. And after binding all of my limbs, they begin to wrap my entire body. Oh, shit. The threads wrap around me again and again, and I'm starting to look more and more like a silkworm's cocoon. The threads have reached my throat and my mouth, and I can't breathe. Hey, Kuru, do something! I struggle for air, but I can't move a muscle. My vision's blocked by silk, the strings wrapped around my throat are stealing my consciousness. This is it. I feel myself sinking into the thick darkness, and then my mind shuts off like a blown fuse. Spider-Woman, Atlak Nachar, looks happily upon the cocoon Kuru, her eyes those of a fierce predator who has found the perfect prey. She walks up to the cocoon and lifts it easily with one hand. Neek! Atlak Nachar turns to face the scream, and the man from before is still caught in a web. She looks at him with her eyes, and the man swallows hard. But that's all. It's as though she's lost all interest in the man, and Atlak Nachar turns away and leaps into the air, bounding from rooftop to rooftop. She's gone in an instant. All that's left in the alley is the man stuck in the web. No. There's a small, doll-like something fallen where the cocoon Kuru was. The doll moves, then is enveloped in a blinding light. Aye! And when the light recedes, the doll has turned back into the full-sized owl. Paying no attention to the dumbstruck man, she runs her fingers angrily through her silver hair and curses. Yeah, her hair's bloody purple as well. Is that a translation error? Are the words for pink/purple very similar to silver in Japanese or something? Because, yeah, that's either an error or it's the weirdest disconnect between, artist and writer I've ever heard. Oh, what a fool! Getting yourself captured so easily. Oh, he never fails to make trouble for me. Oh, well, they went that way. She leaps into the air, following Atlak Nachar's trail. Nal too soon disappears into the night. Now the man has been left completely alone. The damp night air clings to my skin. The scent of dust fills my nostrils. The distant clamour of the city reaches my ears, and I shout at myself inside my foggy mind, nagging to open my eyes and get a look at my situation. Darkness. The light of the city doesn't reach this place. There's only a silver moonlight peeking through the broken ceiling. It takes a while for my eyes to get used to it. A broken ceiling. I seem to be in some kind of condemned building. God, what the hell am I doing here? I try to get up, but I can't move. And realising that I've been fastened to the floor by spider silk, I finally remember what happened. Well, that's right. I blacked out after being tied up by that spider woman. Even though I'm still alive, it's hard to say that my situation is much better as the spider woman's prisoner. But when my eyes get used to the darkness, I take a look around. There are giant spider webs everywhere. Okay, this must be near her nest. So our plan is, I don't know, to take her captured prey back to the lair for later enjoyment? Oh shit, not cool. I've lost Major Star and I don't see Al anywhere. Doesn't look like she's been captured too. Is that a good thing? Or am I totally screwed because I can't do anything without her? Huh? My ears pick up a faint voice. A short cry as of someone who's having a hard time breathing. On top of that, I hear a woman's heated moans. The sound of skin sliding on skin and some sort of liquid. This is... Yeah, keep in mind, because of YouTube's draconian policies, if there's any explicit sexual content, I've got to cut it out. I'm sorry about that, but it's something I've got to do. So, you know, if it suddenly sort of cuts out, that's as a result of some unsubtle editing on my part. My apologies. Yeah, sorry about having to cut the background image and just, well, I'm recording this after the fact. Yeah, as you might have gathered, I've now had to edit out some sexual content. So you don't really see anything, but I ummed and ahed and decided that the language it was using was explicit enough that I'm potentially falling foul of YouTube's policies, which, yeah, I'm sorry about. So here's basically what you missed. The Spider-Woman in question is basically mating with the various people she's captured, because it appears that she draws some sort of energy from the act. She's basically acting like a succubus. Okay? And then there'll be another segment cut out at the beginning of the next part, and I'll explain sort of what you missed there. So until then, I'm going to end this part here, say thank you very, very much for watching, and I'm really sorry about the necessity of having to cut this stuff out, but you know, I'm skating on thin ice when it comes to YouTube's policies sometimes, so all I will say is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.